Hi guys, in this video I'm going to explain you where I will be racing this year. Every race will be posted on this channel, as always, and I'm going to explain you why I will not be racing anymore in the EuroNASCAR Championship. Yeah, I know, that's a bad news. We will not be racing in the EuroNASCAR, but I will be racing 3 championships, and one of them will be on Formula racing cars. So, let's start with the bad news. Why? What happened? The reason is simple and it's always the same. There is no budget to race in EuroNASCAR. Okay, but why? I mean, last year I was racing there and now I can't do it anymore. So, considering that within the limits of contracts, I always want to be clear with you, I will explain you now how my YouTube job works and why I have no budget. Now, we can say that there are 2 different classes of drivers in the world. Sorry, it's in Italian, but you can understand. There is the normal driver and the YouTuber driver. So, people usually think that racing is cheaper for YouTubers than normal drivers, but I will show you now that it's not like that. If we take, for example, last season, the EuroNASCAR 2, we can say that the budget was 100,000 euros, which includes the basic racing budget, which is around 75k, plus the extra, so the travels, the damages, extra tires, extra tests. So a normal racing driver comes with 100,000 euros and races, nothing more. If we take the YouTuber driver, the budget is not 100k, is 180k, because we have 100k for the season and 80k for the video production. Yeah, producing video is expensive. And in these 80k I include the video makers and the staff salaries, the hours of work, the amortization for the video tools that I bought, the services, the office, the company. You know, Italy for entrepreneurs is crap, okay? And these are all money that if I was not racing, I wouldn't have spent. I mean, only last year I spent 50k on new tools for video production. Okay, but so what's the point of making videos? Why don't I race like a normal driver? I would love to. I mean, I love making videos, but if you have money, it's much better to race as a normal driver, where you pay, you race, and it's over. And the proof is that many drivers, seeing the job that I was doing and the numbers that I was making, they said, wow, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel as well. Okay, so they did a couple races and then they stopped, because they realized how expensive it is and how hard it is to make numbers. Okay, but so, do I spend more than a racing driver? Actually, no, because those 80k that I invest, which is an estimate, okay, it might be a little more or a little less, they generate millions of views. I remind you that I have a huge Italian channel. They're capable to make promoters, sponsors, and team earn money, and therefore allow me to find a deal to reduce my racing season budget. And this is what happened until today. Those numbers that I brought allowed me to reduce this budget and in the end spend less than a normal driver. So, what about this year? Well, the plan was to do both EuroNASCAR 2 and the Pro, and so the budget would have been doubled. In my case, it would have been this. That's a lot of money, so I launched a crowdfunding campaign. We collected 51k, which in the end is 49k because there is a fee of GoFundMe. And so this is what's left. So what about the support? Unfortunately, even if we increase the visibility compared to the previous year, we have been offered a lower support, which in the end simply means non ce li ho, which is the Italian expression to say, I don't have the budget. Unfortunately, math doesn't lie. Even by making all in with my bank account, I don't have those money. And also, it would be a huge risk for my company. I mean, I cannot go bankrupt and make my workers lose their job. So after making these calculations, I said, okay, let's do again the EuroNASCAR 2. It might be affordable, but unfortunately, the support has been offered only for the Pro. So that means we can't race. That's sad because for 2 years in a row, I was this close to win the championship and I lost it. I don't know, maybe in the future when I will be rich, I will try again. Hopefully with the same racing team, Car Racing, because they were like family for me. And I would love to win one championship with them. Maybe in the future, who knows. So unfortunately, I will not be racing Euro Legend as well. Not because I don't want to, but because the championship will not take place this year. Probably from my videos you understood the struggles, like the sabotages, not only in Italy but also abroad. Because for example, the Belgian and German Federation did not allow their Legend cars to race in their country. But then I saw a few weeks ago that the French Championship is going to race in Germany, and I don't understand why. Strange things are happening, and basically Euro Legend this year will try to fix all the issues and come back in 2025. So we will see. The good thing about life is that when a door closes, sometimes a bigger door opens. And this is what happened this year. Thanks to the budget collected, that I remind you what's written in GoFundMe is all the collected budget will be invested in racing whatever is the championship that we're going to race in 2024. And thanks to the support that I received in Italy, which was much bigger, I will be racing 3 championships this year. Starting from the first. The first championship is going to be the same that I did last year, which is the Midget Italian Championship. If you followed the last season, you may say, why? I mean, why after the disaster that it was? Well, that's the reason why. It's still here. Because after all the effort and the bad races, in the last race, we were almost winning the race. The car was fast. And so I said, why throwing away 1 year of work without harvesting the results? That's what I'm going to do this year. I realized that sharing your car with another driver makes you less competitive. So this year, I will be doing double duty. So 4 races in a weekend, that's going to be fun. The racing team will be the same, GRT Motorsports. It's a good team. They learn how to do their job, so we can do good. I will have also some nice teammates like my friend Ian Rocca, my biggest opponent from last season, Davide Gaggianesi. The championship will be on 5 racing weekends. Paul Ricard, same Formula 1 circuit, Vallelunga, Pergusa, Mugello, Misano. I hope we'll be lucky and not have a crash like last season. Now, let's talk about the second championship. This year, I will be racing with the GT Championship with a super prestigious brand with a huge racing history. I'm talking about the brand that revolutionized Formula 1 during their years, and I'm talking about Lotus. I will be racing the Lotus Cup Italy Championship organized by PB Racing of Stefano D'Aste, which is the Italian reseller and the only motorsport center of Italy. I will explain everything in the next videos. I will be racing with the Lotus Elise Cup PBR, and the format is going to be 2 free practices, 1 qualifying with the Super Pole for the first 4, and 2 20 minutes races. 7 racing weekends in the Formula X Italian Series organization, which will be Mugello, Varano, Magione, Misano, Vallelunga, Mugello, Misano. I can't wait for it. I'm super excited. I will make the video of the first test on track. You will see. I'm also happy to tell you that Formula X, the promoter, found a way to make regulations about onboard cameras so that the horrible thing that happened in Misano last year hopefully will not happen again, especially because onboard cameras is the tool that we drivers use to find sponsors. If we can't use them, we can't find sponsor, we can't race, and everybody loses. I will tell you everything about this. Finally, we get to the final championship, the Formula Championship. First of all, I will tell you that I will be racing in the same racing weekend as the Lotus, and it's something that I did for the past 2 years, so it's something I can do. The championship will be the FX Pro, and we will be racing with the Formula 4 cars. Finally, I made it. We're going to race with Formula 4. I want to tell you immediately that it's not the Italian Formula 4 Championship. That championship costs 450,000 euros. That's crazy. That is the championship for the rich kids that want to go in Formula 1. That is not my case. This championship is much more affordable. And the idea is simple. Since 2 or 3 years, the Formula 4 Italian Championship changed cars with the new Formula 4 with Halo, and so the old ones, what to do with them? Formula X decided to organize a championship with all those cars. And so here is the FX Pro. Probably I will meet against some old friends, like the opponents I had in the Formula Predators, and I will be racing with the same racing team that I was racing in the Formula Predators in 2021, which is Harp Racing. If you followed the season, that was a disaster. The car was breaking in every session, but that was because there was a problem with the new upgrades of the car. The team, I know, they work pretty well. They are super competitive, so we can do good this year. All the budget collected will be used most of these 3 racing seasons, while for the rest we are looking for sponsors, and if we won't find them, we will pay it from our own budget. All the money collected is on one of my personal bank accounts. It will all be used for racing, and the crazy thing is that all these 3 championships, if you sum the budget, will be more expensive than the EuroNASCAR 2 and Pro project, but for us will be much less expensive, because here in Italy we found a bigger support. What do I expect? Unfortunately, I was not expecting not to race in EuroNASCAR. We knew it 1 month ago, and from that point it was an insane mess to reorganize the season in just 1 month. The first race is in 1 month. I still haven't tried the Lotus and the Formula 4, so I hope I can get used quickly to these cars. We will see. I will do my best. You will see every race on this channel.